Hello everybody, it's Calxiyn here, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to join our Discord server and become a patron over on Patreon. So I wanted to talk about how Blake will save the day. Kind of. I don't really know where the show is going right now, but basically I think that she is gonna come on campus in the next episode, and I think that she is gonna avoid Adam for the time being. I think that she's gonna be able to sneak right into the school, and that will be the reunion basically where the reunion takes place. And then after that, after they've done all that fighting, Yang and Blake will kind of, I don't want to say reunite, but then Adam will kind of be like, oh, I was looking for you guys. How very interesting. You know what I mean? He won't say that, obviously. But that's basically where I think that things are gonna go right now. That's my prediction for Blake's role in the next episode. I think that, if anything, she will see Adam for a hot minute, but then get away from him and go inside of the school, and then on the inside, all of her friends will be there fighting. And she can go help them. And then, Yang and them can take down Adam together if that is in the cards. So Hunter, what are your predictions for Blake? Like, where do you think her story is basically gonna go? Because that's kind of where the direction I see it in right now based on what happened this episode. Like, I feel like they're gonna get on the school ground. They're gonna fight people at the perimeter because Adam told everybody to head back to the perimeter. After they fight everyone on the perimeter, they're going to do something else. Like, they're basically gonna go.
Your sister walked in, gave you a package, and you're reading the package while being like, and
sorry,
so
I just didn't know what it meant.
Also, as well, with the fondness and the swords.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
I don't know.
Or is it like a gift?
It may be a gift.
Christ.
Leave me alone. We're trying to record.
Wait, but like, am I supposed to give it to you?
Just go away.
Oh,
Anyways,
you're too lazy to edit that out, so I know people are gonna hear that. And
people loved it though when I got the grilled cheese during the My Hero Academia video. That's all anybody could talk about. Anyway, so Blake.
I'm gonna be so embarrassed by the fact that I took part in these videos one day.
Okay,
so
and
that day is right now.
So they're gonna fight at the perimeter, and then Blake and Adam are gonna at least see each other, but I think that they're gonna go ahead, like, maybe Sen will be like, I'll hold them off for now, like, you go find Yang and the others. And then he will stay with Ilya, and then Blake will drag Yang outside, or something like that. So what do you think, Hunter? I think they are going to avoid Adam and then go back for him. I don't think that he's going to be a thing, or at least a big one. I think that he will show up, but I think they'll get away from him and then go inside of the school. Like, I think that's the end game, is going inside of the school. So what do you think?
I feel like they're going to come in and then they're going to sort of split. They're going to probably fight with Cinder and them. And then, well, also, here's the thing, though. We've mentioned this before, that oftentimes the openings are not canonical, but this one it appears it is, because the same sort of general location and the same sort of people are fighting in the same place.
Yeah.
Which means that Salem will also make an appearance, because Salem... I almost vomited there.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yep.
Where's the bucket?
Because Salem... Yes, you're the one who wants me to do these videos with a fucking stomach flu. Okay. There is a Disney Princess branded bucket under me now. Do you
want me to play?
No.
Maybe the game is making you sick.
No,
like, maybe it's making you dizzy. Are you sure?
No, it's cool.
Are you joking?
I'm not. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm just to remind you that I am in fact doing this in deep personal pain.
I just want to keep that.
Okay. Right. This is a ridiculous... Where was I talking? Oh, yeah.
If I get sick after this...
Yeah, which you were going to do, and you have no one to blame but yourself.
It's fine.
Anyways... God damn it. Okay, so
if I don't eat, I don't vomit.
Your sister, a package, then me almost vomiting. Okay. That's where this video is going.
I'll just wash my hands after we're done.
Oh my god. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Salem might show up. And I feel like if Salem shows up, then maybe all of RWBY fighting Salem. There may be like a big mix-up. Or maybe something like, maybe John learns his semblance, and his semblance is like berserk power.
Well, we talked about that before.
Or maybe, okay, so Weiss, because so far it's like, okay, so they're losing, because Weiss got stabbed in a...
but the wound's been castrated, so it's fine.
Okay, so the word you're looking for is cauterized.
What did I say?
You said castrated.
No.
Castrated is when you cut the testicles off of a mammal.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry.
Anyways.
Wait, don't you cut the penis off too?
No, you just cut the balls.
What?
No, yeah, you just
really?
cut the balls off. Yeah.
That's not nice.
I mean, not really, but, you know, also, beef is delicious, so we deal.
Wait, what does that have to do with beef?
Because we cut the balls off of beef.
Okay.
Of steers.
Speaking of beef,
yeah.
Adam the Bullvon.
Yes. What if that's why he's so upset?
Oh
Someone
my God,
cut his
I
balls
hate
off a
you
long
so
time
much.
ago?
Anyways.
I mean, it's not totally out there. Anyways, I'm not even done yet. So I feel like there would be a big, like, there would be a turning point where, like, Team RWBY starts kicking everyone's ass.
There's only 4 more episodes. We have to try to keep that in mind.
Team RWBY starts kicking their ass, and then Salem comes in and they're kicking their ass, and then Raven's just like, I'm just gonna sneak off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think. And then, like, she'll be part of the reinforcements that maybe saves them from Salem whooping more ass in the final hour, the 11th hour.
Mm.
And then, like, Yang picks up Weiss and is like, I will save you, wife. And then Ilya looks over to Blake and is like, I was already tapping that. And Sun's like, you know what, I'm cool with this. And,
What? Okay. Yeah, but I think the end game is the school. I think she's gonna have a brief fight with Adam, but I think that she's gonna get to the school before Adam is actually dead or whatever.
Also, but, like, I feel like that might not be next, or something. You said that, like, you think next episode will probably just be
Blake-centric.
I feel like that's fairly accurate.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 2 more episodes left, though, and so it's weird that they
I thought
would
you said
be...
4 more episodes, or 3 more episodes.
We're 11.
And how many are there?
3.
Yes.
But including this one, it was 4.
Okay.
Like, there's
right.
only a few more
Okay, so
episodes
3 more
left,
episodes
and
left.
so
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I said that it would be weird for them to wrap up the battle before the volume ends, like the Fall of Haven, but at the same time, I think it would be weird if they wouldn't, because then we just open next season on a fight that we've been waiting 6 months to finish.
You think Silver Eyes would be really useful against Salem?
No.
Because
I mean, maybe.
You think it's good against Grimm, and
yeah,
she's like
so,
kind of some sort
but
of Grimm
Ruby's
thing.
knocked out now.
Yeah, or is she knocked out?
The Emerald knocked her out.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
wow,
she
I
hit
totally
her
forgot
hard.
about that. Oh, okay.
So that may be a problem. I'm gonna
Not
do a
looking
video on that though later about
Jesus
how
Christ, you think I just watched the show? I would remember.
about how Cinder's probably part Grimm at this point. Just saying. But that's fine.
I think she is. They're hiding something because they made a really big deal
out of breaking the mask off. Yeah.
Or just like cutting it slightly.
What if that's just her face under there?
What if she's just
What if it's just hollow? Could you imagine? That'd be fucking scary. Okay.
Oh my God.
But yeah, in terms of Blake, I think that so another possibility I see is Ilya distracting Adam and then her being like, Blake, you gotta go to your friends, and then Sun's being like, well, I'll stay with you, Ilya, like, don't worry, we can take him together or something, and then Blake being right back, grabbing Yang, and going kind of like I said, but maybe Ilya is incapacitated by the time they come back. In terms of them killing Ilya, I still want to vote a hard no on that. In terms of them killing Sun, I'm kind of...
I don't think
They
don't have to kill... I don't want them to kill Ilya more than I don't want them to kill Sun, but perfectly honest, I don't want them to really kill anybody at this point.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we're gonna talk about this in the video where we're talking about if a Team RWBY member could die. Remember that they plan to Volume 10. Going off the assumption, you don't need that anymore, you're
No,
okay?
I'm
Hunter's moving the bucket. Going off the assumption that the series will only last until Volume 10, which is probably wrong, but let's go with it. We're halfway through the show.
Yeah.
And so, it's perfectly feasible for, at this point, a character to die. Because you said that the main characters can't be killed off yet, but we're halfway through the volume. I think that I disagree with the idea that it's too soon. We're halfway through the series, I should say. Yeah, did I say the volume? Yep. We're halfway through the series. And so at this point, I think it's fair game to get one of them. But we'll talk about that with Weiss. So in terms of main characters, I don't think Blake is gonna die or anything, but I just mean, I think that it's perfectly realistic to consider that Sun maybe get in the boot, because he's basically done everything that he's could. He's pushed Blake to kind of being her new self. You know what I mean? And so for him to be sacrificed at this point would not be surprising at all. If he tries to distract Adam while Blake goes back for help, and then by the time they go back, it's too late, sort of thing. Like, it happens, I guess. Like, I don't know how to phrase that any better. It happens. And so, that's kind of where I'm at with the show right now. Like, I just feel like, that Blake is realistic in terms of, like, this, Blake fighting Adam is probably pretty realistic, but I don't think it's gonna last the whole way like I previously mentioned. I think that they are gonna fight a little, and then Blake is gonna find an excuse to go inside and rejoin her friends. Or the opposite happens, and Yang finds an excuse to go outside, and she finds Adam. Fighting Blake and them, and then she joins them. You know what I mean? It's just somebody needs to get outside.
I would like to see a Blake Yang Adam fight. That would be entertaining.
I think we are gonna get there. It's just a matter of how, right? Because basically two things need to happen. Blake needs to go inside of the building, or someone needs to come outside of the building. Like, there's pretty much like, there's not really anything else that they can do. You understand what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's either Blake going inside to find Yang, and then they fight Adam, or it's Yang going outside to find Blake, and then they fight Adam. Like, realistic, unless Yang's just not gonna fight Adam, which would be surprising, or Blake's not gonna fight Adam, but I think they are gonna see him outside. That's pretty much my main point. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Did you forget what Adam sounds like? Because I heard his
voice,
his
voice sounded weird.
Sounds like a tool.
He sounds a bit deranged now. Like, I think his voice actor's been working on his, I don't want to say his accent, but his tone. And so now he sounds a bit more, because before, like, he was kind of like, well, what about the civilians? And then he'd be like, what about them, you know? But now his voice is kind of, he's a bit more deranged, if that makes sense. He's a bit more Joffrey-like. Like, he's gone down a rabbit hole, so to speak. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to join our Discord server, become patrons on Patreon, all of that fun stuff. I feel like I don't really have anything else to say about this, but definitely be on the lookout for death flags with Ilya and Blake. I could totally, or not Blake, sorry, Son. I could see either of them kicking it at this point. Whether it would be a good idea to kill off Ilya or not, I'm gonna vote no. Hunter's shaking his head like we can see him. I'm gonna vote no on that. I'm gonna vote a hard no, but you know.
I'm gonna vote a hard no on any more characters dying.
I mean, what do you mean anymore? No one's died yet.
Penny, Roman.
That was a long time ago. We need some fresh meat.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways.
Okay, maybe Leo dying.
Something else I was actually going to mention was the possibility of one of Cinder's people kicking it, which I think is its own thing onto itself.
Like Emerald?
Like Mercury. Because
like
Emerald's being, I think I was leaning towards Mercury, but Emerald's been like, I would do anything for Cinder, and so I feel like Emerald's gonna...
To break good. I feel like that's been a theory for a while, that she's sort of that she's only in this for like the love and support of
I know,
one
and so maybe
really
she'll like okay, so this is a bit off topic, but here's how I imagine that. So Cinder throws herself in front of Emerald.
Oh Jesus.
And wait, no, Emerald throws herself in front of Cinder to protect her from a knifeu or something. A blast, right? Cinder gets fucked. Sorry, Emerald gets fucked, and then Emerald is like, Cinder, I did this because I love you, and then Cinder's like, oh.
I like you as a friend.
Like, not like that, but you know, like, Cinder's just like, you were useful to me, but that's all that you were. Like, something like that. If I thought about it longer, I could probably think of a better line, but you guys basically know what I mean. Like, that Cinder is basically gonna tell her in her last moments that Cinder never cared about her and that she was just another tool to get used.
Which
or like,
fucked up.
Don't worry, Emerald, I'll replace you soon. Like, something like that. Like, just, I don't know, really evil. But anyway, we were talking about Blake, and now I'm going to end the video because this feels like a different topic. And so we will see you later. Bye, guys.